Hey Gemini, what's up gang? I hope everybody is well. So we're gonna go ahead and do a special Why Are People Thankful for You reading. If that's something that interests you, do stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box because that's gonna have all the information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. So this is a very special reading because we are actually sponsored. I know, I don't do any kind of sponsorships. I haven't done any kind of affiliate programs. This is my first. Those who have been here since day one, you know that I've actually kind of shied away from that stuff. But the folks at Otter Spirit reached out to me, and it was right around the time that we had the otter for our power animal, and I was like, okay. You know, it just felt really synchronistic. And then when I went and I looked at their actual website, I was really blown away, guys, okay? So a little bit about Otter Spirit. They sell authentic gemstone jewelry. They have bracelets, they have pendants and necklaces, and they are AA or AAA quality gemstones, okay? And they have all kinds of stuff, guys. Right now they do have a 30% off sale for like their fall collection, but they have different kinds of sets. They have different intention sets. So prosperity, positivity, healing, love, abundance. I mean, whatever you could think of, they have it. Protection, they have all of that. They also have individual bracelets. And they also have zodiacs, which is what I chose. Full transparency, they gave me a choice of either 3 bracelets or a set that has 3 bracelets. And I chose the Gemini vulnerability set because number 1, I really like how it looks. And then number 2, I'm working on my vulnerability. I'm working on accepting myself for who I am and being who I am and not being ashamed of the fact that I can say too much and I can talk too much and I'm too loud and I'm too this, and you know, just being open and allowing other people to be open with me. That's just something I'm really working on. So I really like this. Now the vulnerability set has turquoise, jade, and unakite. Okay. And again, they are authentic. And let me just say, these bracelets are really nice. Like, they have really good quality. I don't think they could choose better stones. If you could see it in person, you would understand what I'm saying. I don't know if you can really see them, the details there. They have like a little pendant, each one that has like a little otter face on it. It's so cute. I love the otter face. And I really like what their company does as well. They actually help the California sea otters. Every single bracelet that they sell, $1 of it gets donated to those programs that help them, and they've been able to donate a lot of money. So it's not only good jewelry, but it's also a good cause, which is nice, okay? Now I do have different size references here, and can we just admire the packaging for just a second? Like, when you get these, it comes in this nice box. It has a little leather pouch that the bracelet will be in, okay? Little otter, that's what the pendant looks like. It's so cute. I just love the details. You know, you can tell that they really put care and patience and time and effort into this. So it's just really nice. And then each bracelet has a little card. So the turquoise says authentic AA grade. And then it says, I don't get swept away by the inner storms. Intention, healing, and wisdom. It has the zodiac signs. And then it has the chakras, which this chakra is the throat chakra. Okay. Now I want to show you size reference here. They told me this is a medium, but to be honest with you, I don't know, you know, but this is the large and this is what I prefer, because I don't know if you can tell, but there's like a little bit of space here, and I don't like my bracelets to be too tight. So just keep that in mind when you're ordering. This is what they're saying is a medium, and you can see a big difference there. Okay. So I feel like this would actually be ideal for like a child, perhaps. I didn't think I had large wrists, y'all, but apparently I do, okay? Because this is large, this is medium, okay? So keep that in mind when you're purchasing. But yeah, so we have a code, guys, and it is the MoodyTarot, of course, and you get 15% off. So I would go and get that. I will put that in the comments, like I'll pin it in the comments for this video, and it will be in the description box of every video. It'll just be in my description box now, okay? Because I am an official affiliate of the Otter Spirit company, and I'm really happy and thankful to be a part of that, which is why they are sponsoring today's video, which is why are people thankful for you? So let's go ahead and just get on to that now that we've done the spiel, right? Let's cleanse the energy again, because I feel like we need to. So why are people thankful for you, Gemini? Well, we have the sun, right? I mean, you're just like a ball of sunshine here, Gemini. Like you always, know what to say. And even though, Gemini, I feel like sometimes you feel like you can put your foot in your mouth sometimes, I feel like people around you, they really appreciate how transparent you are. They really appreciate how clear you are, how open you are, how honest you are. The thing about the sun is that sometimes it can be so intense, it can almost be blinding. It can almost hurt. Like when you go out in the sun and you look up at it, it will hurt your eyes. Right? But there's something here where it's just so real and it's so raw. And I think that people really appreciate that about you. Okay. I think that also people appreciate how joyful you are, how lighthearted you are, how childlike you are. There's something about you that it's like you don't let things get you down. And I don't feel like you dwell too long. You might get upset over things, but you'll bounce back really quickly. Okay. So I feel like that's why people are really thankful for you. Why are people thankful for Gemini? Let's find out. We have friends coming out. Yeah. I feel like your friendship is like top notch, Gemini. You're just there for people. If people are in a bind, you're there. I feel like you give good advice. You give good conversation. I feel like you're a great emotional support system. If people need you, you're there. And maybe even sometimes to your own detriment. We talk about healthy boundaries on this channel a lot, and it's something I'm still definitely working on myself. But I feel like there's something here where it's like, sometimes it could feel like you give too much, okay? But people who are your friends, your true friends, they really appreciate that about you. They appreciate how colorful you are, how open and how honest you are, and how you're just always there for a good time. You're always there if they go through anything, if they're going through a breakup, if they've gone through some kind of tragedy, some kind of trauma, if they're just lost, like you will be there. You will be that shoulder for them. And people are really appreciative. I don't know if they tell you that, but they are. They're thankful for you because you are a good friend, Gemini. Okay? And good friends are hard to find. It's true. We talk about lovers a lot and how being in relationships, it's like, oh, where have all the good guys gone? Where have all the good girls gone? But it's the same for friends. Like finding a good friend who's honest and true is really difficult, Gemini, and I feel like that's something that you do. We have 1111, so why are people thankful for you? Gemini, I feel like there's something here where you help people get on their spiritual path. Whether you're aware of it or not, there's something that's very transformative about your energy, So you impact people. You help people notice the small things. You help people notice the little synchronicities about life, about love, about themselves. You could be very spiritual, Gemini, and it works for you. So it makes people want to connect to themselves, connect to their spirituality, connect to a higher source, And I feel like they see how giving you are within that energy and how, you've learned and you've grown. Because I get this energy here, Gemini, where you start out here, but then you end up here when it comes to your life. Like you go through a lot of evolution. You are not the same person that you used to be. And people see that, especially people who have been your friends for a long time or have been in your life for a long time, okay? That could be something that they're thankful for. Another thing I'm getting here is people are thankful for you because you show them what a true soulmate connection is. Like we talk about soulmates and we talk about, feeling that pull, feeling that connection to somebody, but you actually show up and manifest that in physical form. And soulmate connections are not always easy. In fact, a real soulmate connection is going to trigger you. It's going to test your boundaries. It's going to test who you are and the false realities and ideals that you've had built up about love, about life, But there's something here where it's like you give a love that's very pure, Gemini. You give a love that it's ever flowing, it's ongoing, it's accepting too. I feel like you're very accepting of people and people are thankful for that. Like you show up and you choose to see them. You don't choose to see whatever bull crap facade that they have or whatever expectation maybe you have, because we all have expectations within each other. It's impossible to sit there and meet somebody, whether platonic, romantic, whatever, and say, I have absolutely no expectations of this. Of course we do. We expect to be respected, right? We expect to be things to be reciprocated. We expect things to go well. We expect honesty, whatever. But there's always going to be some level of expectation, you know? But I feel like as far as like who somebody is, you are accepting of that. You don't expect people to be anything to make you feel comfortable or to change who they are, you know? And I feel like there's something about that where people have never really experienced that before. They meet you and they feel seen, and they feel understood, and they feel like you hold them like right there to your bosom, right? Like, you know, you comfort them and you mean it too. That's the thing. Like, it's not some kind of ploy or trick. Like you really connect, you know, with the 1111. You really connect. I feel like there's something here about spirituality too. Like people might start seeing more signs after you, or they might start feeling more in alignment, or more like synchronizations come through or something like that. There's something here with that. Like they just notice the messages. They notice the divine a lot more than what they were. Okay. I feel like you just make a really great impact in people's lives. So why are people thankful for you? The affection card came back out. You're affectionate, Gemini. And you're not going to hold back either. That's the thing, right? Like you can be just spontaneously affectionate. You can just out of nowhere, you've popped up, you're in somebody's life and you're just pouring all this love out. You're giving them all this acceptance. You're giving them all this advice and energy, and they're just like, whoa. And for people who haven't really experienced that before, it can trigger them and it can make them want to pull back. It can make them question, like, is this even for real? Or, what, you know, I like the energy that Gemini gives me. So if they decide to stop giving it to me, or they decide to start giving it to somebody else, I'm going to feel really bad. So Gemini, even though people are very thankful, it might be from a distance, okay? Like people might feel like they need to keep their space because you have the ability to break their heart, or you have the ability to make them really miss you and they don't want to feel those things, you know? I do feel like you're also very just spontaneous and just random. Like you'll say random things, you'll do random things, you make them laugh, you know? You help people come out of a really dark space, I feel like, and people are just really thankful for that. You could also just do like little random acts of kindness or a little gift giving, like, oh, I went on my walk and I saw this patch of wildflowers and here you go, right? And you come back home and your partner's like, oh, wow, you know? It's like people don't normally think of the little things. People don't normally notice the little details or remember little things. You could have conversations with people and remember the small little details of what they said, and it's really touching, you know, when you feel like you're being heard, you feel like you're being listened to. It's really unique, guys. It's one of a kind, you know? People could fall in love with you very easily, Gemini, and this might cause problems because you don't fall in love very easily back. You know, I feel like when you're interested in somebody, it's only them, but people can be interested in you and that can cause problems, okay? So you could have like a lot of energy that's on you. You could have a lot of people that notice you and a lot of people that give you attention, but it's like you only give attention to the people that you're truly interested in, right? So if you're in a relationship with somebody, it's only them. That's all you see. You can't help it if a lot of people see you, but all you see is your partner. You know, and I feel like people could feel like they could be friends and lovers with you. You know, they feel like they can depend on you in the hard times and they can expect honesty from you, and maybe you don't pull any kind of punches. You might put the kids' gloves on them, right? We ain't trying to break any bones here. You could put the kid gloves on, but you're not going to pull any punches. You're going to give them the raw truth, but then also it's like you're going to love them too. You know, so people are really thankful for the love you give, for the friendship you give, for the little details that you pay attention to. There's also something about her sweater. It's just nice and cozy. So people could find that you're very cozy and inviting. Like there could be this energy here of like, you know, hey, if you need $1 and it's my last dollar, here you go. You know, if you need help and you're in a bind, here, take this. You know, you're just very giving and you're very loyal. And again, people might have a hard time wrapping their heads around that. Even though they're thankful for it, they're still like, is it real? Can I trust this? Or even, can I measure up? Because people might find that maybe they're not as giving. You know, maybe they're not as affectionate. Maybe they can't hold emotional space like you can, you know? So they might feel like, am I going to let Gemini down? Because I certainly don't want to do that, you know? So yeah, I just feel like you give a lot, Gemini, and people are thankful for that. And they're thankful for the little details you remember, you know? We got the bird bitch energy that wanted to come out. Gemini. I feel like you have no problem calling it like it is. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like you have absolutely no problem with that. And I feel like you've defeated a lot of darkness too, as well. Like, I feel like you're willing to stand up. I don't normally get that with this card, but I kind of am. I mean, look at these birds, okay? Look how this bird's like, look, I've had enough of your crap, Fred, right? And then we have this ones over here that are like, oh my God, I can't believe that they said that. Like, you're willing to stand up against authority. You are a rebel at heart. You're willing to say what needs to be said. You have a sword of truth, and you ain't afraid to slice through some bull crap with it, okay? Like, there's really this energy here of, I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to stand up for others. You might be the type of person that does stand up for people, you know? If there's people around you that are kind of more like shy or introverted or meek, and they're not willing to stand up for themselves, they're not willing to say, like, let's say for instance you're out to dinner with your partner and they ordered like a steak and they wanted their steak medium rare, but that thing come out like well done, like shoe leather done, okay? And they're like, oh no, don't worry about it, it's fine. It's like, it's not fine. You paid $30 for that steak. You said medium rare. That's not medium rare. You're the type of person that'll be like, excuse me, garçon, okay? Like, could you please come over here and get this steak exactly how it's supposed to be? Because that's what my partner or my friend or whatever wanted, you know? So as people are willing to kind of take what they're given, no, you see people's worth. You see what people deserve. And so you're willing to stand up for them. You're willing to be that voice. So some of you guys could be activists or something like that, where you're willing to stand up for the little guy. You're willing to fight for people's rights. I don't know. There's something about that. You don't take bullying. Like, that's something that you don't do. Okay? So if you see your friends, your lover, your family, whatever, getting bullied, no. Like, you will be the one that will step up. Okay? And then crack a cold one later and be like, yup. Okay, there's something about that. Like, even if you're not gonna win the fight, like, even if you know that this might not end well for you, it's like you're still going to do what's necessary to stand up for people, okay? And you might shock people. You might shock people with your words, and people are thankful for that. They're thankful for that you have the nerve and the guts to say things that other people wouldn't say. You know, some people would just let Fred run their mouth, but not you. You know, you're like, look, what makes you so great, Fred? Okay, there's something about that where it's like, you're just, I don't know. People are thankful. People are really thankful for the impact that you have on them, Gemini, because I think that you help them grow, whether you're aware of it or not. And not all growth is easy, guys. And it's hard, you know, because a lot of you might feel like you're in solitude, you're alone all the time, you trigger people, you can't get close to people because people get, you know, maybe they feel weird, or they get their own inner shadows get triggered, because again, you help people onto the path of spirituality, or you help people open up to who they are. And so you have to purge a lot of negative energy, and you have to purge a lot of these outdated mindsets that you've had, right? So there could be something about you where it's just like you do make an impact, and that people, while people are thankful for it, sometimes it can trigger some necessary growth. And you might find that people pull away from you, and you'll be like, why? Don't go away. Like, all I want to do is love you, right? And it's like, they just can't handle it, okay? So there is something here where it's like, you do make an impact wherever you go, okay? Gemini, there's also something coming through about, like, you've been able to get people into bars, you've been able to get people backstage, you've been able to get people, like, to the front of the line or something, or selected, like, your face card never declines, or something like that. Like, you're like the person that comes in clutch. Like, when we need like a distraction, or we need, you know, to be given special treatment, we'll bring Gemini with us, because Gemini will make that impact. I feel like people feel like, whether you're aware of it or not, you're energetically, you pack a punch. Okay? You really do. Let me get a drink of my coffee. And yeah, you cause people to grow, for sure. And I feel like people get like low-key addicted to you, like they do, and maybe even a little obsessed. And it's just like, you know, it causes them to really look at themselves, though. Like, you are a mirror, and you reflect a lot back to people. And it can be hard. Like I said, it can be really hard being a mirror, you know? Actually, I think instead of tarot, we'll pull from, we'll pull from the Soul's Lesson Journey cards or whatever these are. Why are people thankful for Gemini, Spirit? Why are people thankful for Gemini? We have purpose and we have envy. Ooh, Gemini. Well, you motivate people, right? You could definitely be the type of person who you gain a lot of haters, or people get triggered really easily by you, and then they feel like you're the problem at first. Like, you know, like you do too much, you say too much, you're too much, this, whatever. But then later they look back and they see that that trigger was actually needed. It was necessary to help them grow, to help them move within their purpose, you know? So people, I feel like, might kind of be rubbed the wrong way at first when it comes to you, but in hindsight later, when they look back, it's one of those things where a lot of if you have a lot of haters, Gemini, I feel like a lot of your haters low-key like look up to you. That's the thing, you know? Or they look back on the experience that they had with you and they see how it helped them grow, you know? And people could be a little envious of that. I know this is why people are thankful for you, but I do feel like you attract a lot of envy and jealousy just because of who you are, how much attention you get, what you're able to do, maybe your purpose, you know? Purpose says, I know what I am here to do. And envy says, I am the same as everybody else, but with different challenges. So Gemini, I feel like why people are thankful for you is that maybe you don't get envious. You know, maybe you're not out here comparing yourself to other people. I feel like a lot of people compare themselves to you, and they might even have like these silent competitions with you, but I don't feel like you're out here comparing yourself. So people could be really thankful for that. They could be thankful that they can come to you with ideas, or they can come to you with their wins, and you will celebrate those wins. You know, you will tell them that that's awesome and that's great. I'm super proud of you and I'm excited for you. And you're not going to sit here and get jealous because they were given some opportunity that you weren't, because you know that the universe is abundant, right? And it's ever flowing, and that you can have your own experiences and opportunities too. Like, I don't feel like you're in that lack mentality, because people who are jealous usually are in lack. They feel like they're going to lose something, or they feel like they're lacking in some area that they can't measure up, they can't compare. So when they're hit with somebody who is just very accepting, very loving, isn't going to be jealous, is going to give you your high five, give you your credit, it's like, it's very inspiring for them to want to be the same. I feel like people are really thankful for you with this purpose card, because you're really direct. You know, again, even when you're honest to like a fault, and trust me, I resonate. I feel like sometimes I say too much, I talk too much, I'm too open, I'm too honest, I should keep some things to myself, you know? So trust me, I get it. I'm still working on that. And it's like, it's really hard, like it's not going well, but I am working on it. And I feel like there's something here where it's like, but you're very direct, and people are thankful for that, because you do shine a light in the darkness, you know, with the sun. You do put the spotlight on situations. You do help people see things clearer, or see things in a different perspective, see things in a way that they weren't able to see before, okay? So why are people thankful, please? We have judgment. We have, I understand that everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. Yeah, again, you're just very accepting. Look, I'm the bottom of the deck, Gemini. Okay? I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. Like I said, you are extremely accepting of people. And I know, like, and I swear I can hear some of you guys like, yeah, I wish I'd find somebody who was accepting back. Like, I get it, right? But that's just not I don't know. We all play our roles here, right? And I feel like there's something here where you do accept people. You understand that everybody has their own unique path. You understand that everybody has their own unique challenges. You could even be the type of person that, like, it hurts if somebody wants to walk away from you. You know, like, you don't want people to walk away, especially if you've invested time and energy into them, and you've given them love, and, you know, and you've had these like intense moments and stuff. Like, you don't want people to walk away. But if they feel like that's what they need to do for the betterment of them, you're supporting of that, because you just, at the end of the day, want people to do what's best for them. It's kind of like what I say at the beginning of every single intro of every single video. I hope you're doing what's best for you. You know? And that doesn't necessarily always mean that what's best for you is what's best for me. You know, I've had to say goodbye to a lot of people in my life, friends, coworkers, family, because maybe it was what was best. And even though it hurt, it's like, I understand that everybody's on their own unique path. Everybody has their own unique challenges. And I feel like that you're very patient with people too. Like, you let people process, you let people work through things, you let people figure it out, you know? You're willing to give people space, maybe not too much space. But I feel like you're willing to give people time to process, because you yourself need time to process sometimes. So I just don't feel like you're judging, right? We have happiness that came out, and it came out with imagination. So I feel like people are thankful for you because you're just super creative. You know, it's always like, let's go see what's going on with Gemini. Let's see what Gemini has to say now, or let's see what Gemini's created now, or what has Gemini written, or what has Gemini drawn up, or what has Gemini made, or what performance are they doing, or what will they sing next? What will they say next? What will they do? Like, people really are thankful for your imagination, you know, because it's abundant. And it's like, you know, you're like this. You know, they say that Gemini is the child of the zodiac, so we are kind of forever young type of energy. And so you never lose that childlike innocence, right? You might guard it, you might protect it, but it is there inside, you know? And I feel like that makes people happy. Like, you're contagious. Like, you make people happy. People are happy when they're around you. There could be something about your laugh. There could be something about your voice, your jokes. Like, you just say like things randomly and it makes people laugh, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, they're so awesome. They're so funny. Like, I feel like I can be myself with them, you know? So yeah. I feel like there's a really intense energy that's here, Gemini, and that's why people are thankful for you. Like, they're thankful for everything that you've been able to show them, everything that you've been able to teach them. They just have a lot of gratitude. What do I want to use next? Let's use this deck next. Why are people thankful for Gemini, Spirit? I think after this, we're probably going to be done. I just want to do a little quick reading for you guys. Why are people thankful for Gemini, please? We have communication. I'm hearing walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it with agreement. So Gemini, I feel like you're very agreeable. You're a great conversationalist. Like, you can go really deep or you can stay really shallow. Like, it's up to you, boo, what you want to talk about today. You want to talk about the weather, or you want to talk about why we're even here on this planet? Like, you know what I mean? Like, or are there worms on Mars? We can talk about all that stuff. I feel like people can talk to you and talk to you and talk to you for hours. That's why I feel like it's really important with this kind of energy that people do have some kind of boundaries with you, and that you have boundaries too. But we talk about it all the time on this channel, guys. It's not anybody else's responsibility to respect your boundaries, to uphold your boundaries. That's your job. Right? So just like you have to pull back and respect your own boundaries, people need to do that with you. Because I feel like there's something here where you can just talk and talk and talk, and they can just talk and talk. Because it's like talking to somebody that you've known for lifetimes, right? And so it can be kind of draining, I feel like, at certain points. And maybe that's why you're okay with, you know, sometimes taking some space and taking some time to process and stuff, because you have just a really intense energy. But yeah, I feel like people feel like you're great at conversation, Gemini. Like, you're just the perfect person to talk to. And I feel like a lot of people do want to talk to you. There could also be something here about the way you write letters, or I don't even know if people write letters anymore, but emails, I guess, texts, whatever. How you word things, how you say things, your mannerisms. Like, people just, you're yummy. I'm gonna be honest with you, Gemini. Like, you're just yummy. I feel like people want to eat you up. Okay? I do. I feel like people want to eat you up. And there's something weird here too about the envy too, because I feel like people do get jealous. Even if, again, you're very focused, like you focus in on one person and that is it. I feel like people can get a little jealous, but it also reminds them that they have feelings. It's like, oh shit, I'm fucking alive, right? Like, it's like they're giving me like the energy of like Frankenstein getting like the bolts, you know, zapped to him. And it's like, I was dead for so long, I didn't really care. And then here I am wanting to, like, you know, just freak out because somebody made Gemini laugh at the cashier line. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it shows people that they do care still, or that they do have feelings, that they're alive. There's something in there. They're passionate still. Like, you ignite some kind of passion in people. You get people excited. You get people like, I don't know, there's something about that here, guys, okay? Why are people thankful, please, for Gemini? Why are people thankful for Gemini, gang? Spirit, okay. We have focus and we have longevity. Oh, okay. So Gemini, oh no, I just got a little bit of sexual energy for somebody, okay? Somebody might be really thankful for your bedroom skills. They might really like how you like focus in and you know how to like please, like you focus in, because you can be a little obsessed. I'm not saying that you're obsessive, but I feel like you have obsessive kind of tendencies. So it's like, so this is not I guess it is an 18 plus reading. Shoot, I don't know what to say, but it's like if you're down there doing your thing to somebody, like you focus and you get really like, no, I'm going to make sure that I please you, and then we might even do it again. Like it's like something like that, okay? Like you get really focused and you have a lot of longevity, okay? That's all I'm gonna say about that. Like there's something about that, okay? Jesus. All right. Anyways, yeah, I feel like you do have a lot of focus though. And again, you're a big problem solver. So it's almost this energy of like when there's a problem, you will focus on the problem until it's solved. Okay. Also, on the flip side of that coin, I feel like you don't really dwell, you know? So yeah, you might get upset about something, but then it's like it never happened. Just give you a couple hours and you'll be fine. Like I feel like there's something where people are really thankful for that because they feel like they can just move forward with you. Like we don't have to sit here and stay mad. Like, you know how like you've ever been in a relationship where somebody will stay mad at you and they'll be like, for like a whole week, and they make you pay for it, and it's just like, come on, can we move on already? Can we get into the now? Like that happened a week ago. I said sorry. I said I would never do it again. Can we move on? Like, you know, I feel like there's something here where it's like we do move on, right? You move on and then you correct that behavior and you communicate about it. You're open, you're honest, and I feel like people can feel safe because of that. They don't feel like you're gonna punish them for it a week from now randomly, you know? So there's something here with that. And I do feel like you, again, have some kind of longevity, like maybe you commit to people, or you're willing to commit to situations, you're willing to commit to projects, you're willing to commit to what needs to be done, what needs to be taken care of. So people are really thankful for that. Yeah, look, gratitude. There's your card, Gemini. Okay. I just feel like people are just grateful for you. Just that you're alive, that you're here, that they incarnated at the same, that's so sweet. Somebody is thankful that they incarnated at the same time as you. Like out of all the times that I could have incarnated, of all the history of the world, I got to incarnate and then meet you. And I am grateful for that. That is just so sweet. And I feel like somebody just hopes that they meet you in every single lifetime. Like they hope that they run into you. They hope that you guys can link up, even if it's for a brief moment. Like it's something that they'll never forget. So Gemini, if you feel like you're kind of isolated and you're alone and that people kind of move on, and you know, just know that you're never forgotten. Like people do not forget your energy. Your energy packs a punch. It's really hard to forget like a once in a lifetime type of person. Yeah. People are really thankful for that booty. Okay, I don't know, there's something about that. Like somebody is coming through in the reading where people are really thankful for your attractiveness, or how good you are in bed, or how flirty you are, or how sensual you are, or like somebody really likes that energy about you. They feel like you're juicy, okay, for sure, with that watermelon energy. I feel like if you're a parent too, people are really thankful that they had kids with you. Maybe, I don't know, maybe because the kid looks like you and you look good, Gemini, or maybe it's because they're showing me Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, and like their kids, like their biological children are so attractive. Like they are all like, you know, like two better looking people could have not come together to have kids, right? Like, because their kids are just like, they're all attractive. So maybe somebody's thankful for that, but I also feel like somebody's thankful because they feel like they can trust you with their child. Like you're going to be a good mom, you're going to be a good dad, you're not going to be abusive, you're not going to leave them in the playpen and go on a vacation for a week. Like, you know, like you are somebody that they can trust to parent the best that you can, you know, and that you're very loving and you're very nurturing, you're very giving. So I feel like that's why people are thankful for you. All right, Gemini, that has been your reading, okay? I do hope that it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it did something. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.